Hi there, I'm Zena. I'm a Canadian poet and writer. I have a book out that I wrote when I was 17 called What's Lost Is Mine, and I'm going to read 3 poems today. So the first one was one I wrote this morning, just while I was on the bus. Today was a normal Wednesday. I braced for the morning, the night washing away down the shower drain. I wiped off my thoughts of yesterday, contemplating what a normal Wednesday would be. I saw a man on the bus ride today, outside my window pane. He looked shivering and cold, wrapped up in a blanket. I paused for a second, then looked at the time. The bus kept moving, and I thought about my mother. She was waiting for a text that I made it here safely. My stepdad was there to keep her company while I walked down Portage Street. There was a man that I stopped by. Hard to guess what would be his name. I thought about homeless people, how sometimes videos are recorded without their permission, and the one recording it will say something about help. I don't like people watching. When I'm on the bus, I keep my head low. I treat everyone I meet as if they all have bad intentions. 1 month ago, I felt alone. I can't articulate how walking through a crowd is the worst thing for me on a weekday afternoon. I looked out my window and thought about how it might rain today. I love watching thunderstorms through my window as I'm falling asleep. People watching on the bus is kind of like that. I can disappear for just one moment, immerse myself in a life that isn't made for me, wake up in the hopes of fixing my dreams, but instead, I check the time. My second poem is one that I wrote last night. I tend to stay up late and just think about everything. I feel like it's a pretty common human thing though, but this poem is untitled for now. Life is messy, unfair, full of trials and pain. The absurdity of life can feel demoralizing, but what good is empty pain? Strife without relief? If you honestly and truly believe that life will never offer you a little light, a way out of true despair, then I cannot tell you anything. Life to me, it has been anything except for easy. Life has hurt my ego, my heart, and my soul. It has tangled up my wires of a human brain, made bitter what has been dear to me. Friends I loved, I've lost. I've lost family members too. But underneath a glistening sea, I feel serene. Looking out into the wide expanse of sky, I feel that there are infinite possibilities for the life that stretches out in front of me. I wish to keep my gentleness. I do not wish to harden such as the cruel edges of the world, but I'd rather fold inwards at my sides as if I were a trapeze artist of magical heights. You can tell me my emotions are disproportionate to what I'm going through, but my raw emotions are the most honest thing about me, as they cannot help but give me away. When I wish to toughen up and harden my core, stick up my defenses at the heart of hurtful moments, My emotions are worn too delicately, a leaf blowing away in the wind, one ripple of my sweatshirt from the thumbing over of my hands, and you can tell that something's off with me. I rely on life's pleasures, the secrets that some do not see. I take my time to smell the roses, and I do so gingerly. I've been told I live my life in slow-mo, my loved ones say while bugging me. But as much as they say these things, I know that's what they love about me. I'm a gentle warrior, an open-hearted, brave lioness. A river courses through my veins. I owe an ode to my gentleness. I owe my gentleness an ode. And the last poem I wanted to share for today is one I wrote last year, September 4th. Again, it's untitled for now. Oh, look how you've changed, the wondrous ways, while the depth inside has come to stay, and the stars in the sky seem to light up your eyes, while the moon, it does the same. Oh, look how you've changed in colorful ways, feeling bold and beautiful on the worst days, exhaling the anger to never let it take over, to wash it while it fades away. Your time may seem up and down and done, like there's no coming back. But take a look back at where you first came, and you'll see the ways you've changed. So each of these poems have very different themes. The first poem today, I had a lot on my mind this Wednesday. I think a lot about the fact that oftentimes when we're walking down the street, there's people we avoid, or how when I was a kid, I was always told about stranger danger and how you shouldn't talk to people that you don't know. I think it's a hard thing I've been grappling with ever since then, just because I understand that personal safety is important and that there's people who don't always have the best of intentions in this life, but it's difficult sometimes to convince my heart of the same thing. But as much as I am unsure of where I stand on it, I think it's important to mention it, as we get so caught up in our own little worlds, and I know I do. But I think it's important to remember that everyone has a life outside of ours, and even if we try to ignore it, it won't go away. So I think that's an important thing about life, is to remember that there's other people besides ourselves, as much as I have trouble with that sometimes. And the second poem that I read was about something personal to me. I am a very sensitive person, and growing up, I was in and out of therapy. My mother was very helpful, and there was one therapist that told her I might be a highly sensitive child, so I feel a lot of things to my core, and I used to always think that was kind of a joke, but I'm trying to take it more seriously and love myself the way that I am. And the last poem that I shared today was simply for anyone who needs it, including me. So, yeah, that's everything.